Well, for more on this, I'd like to bring in Ritesh Kotak. He is a cybersecurity and tech analyst, and we've reached him in Toronto. So thank you for making the time. How are Microsoft and Crowdstrike connected?
So the way they're connected is with the Microsoft server. So these are, when we think of the cloud, we think about this thing in the sky, but in reality, the data and the systems are very physical. They're located in multiple locations around the world, and it's kind of the brains that kind of powers the internet. And what they end up using is they themselves have to be protected, and they use different pieces of software to protect their what are called their endpoints, and to protect their servers. Now, one of them is CrowdStrike, and if CrowdStrike causes the blue screen of death on computers, it does something very similar to these servers, thus impacting these operations by turning them completely off or putting them in a loop, or we don't know exactly how they impacted, but at the end of the day, the servers were shut down. Now, when the servers shut down, all the applications that are built on top of the server, such as airline check-in systems, are impacted as well, thus shutting down. So if the apps were using these particular servers and those servers were using CrowdStrike, they're down until this update gets rolled back and the new update gets implemented.
Now, Mr. Kotak, Microsoft says it is taking mitigation actions. What are some of those mitigation measures?
So a lot of these systems have redundancies that are built into it. So for example, when one system fails, it can piggyback off another system. It just literally passes the baton. It's not as smooth sometimes as one may think, and this is built in for what we call disaster recovery and business continuity as well. So when these servers go down, other servers can kick in. But depending on the scale of the servers impacted, sometimes it just takes a little bit of time to pass over that baton and then fix the problem and then bring those services back onto the original servers.
And what impact can we see here in Canada?
The impact that we're probably going to see in Canada is if you're using services that are leveraging those particular servers and applications built on top of it, then you just won't be able to use those services. And what we've also seen is individuals using CrowdStrike. This is probably systems and software that is deployed by your IT department in bigger corporations to protect your laptop and your devices. You just won't be able to turn them on until the current update is rolled back and the new update is installed.
And what do you think the financial repercussions of this outage will be?
It's going to be massive. There's going to be, anytime we've seen a IT outage, especially one of this scale, and there have been a few major outages throughout history, it's been extremely costly. There's multiple issues. First of all, there's lost revenue. There's the fact that you got to call in your IT department in the middle of the night to address these issues. There is obviously the technical resources that need to be brought in as well. And then there's going to be some sort of after-action investigation. How did this happen? How can this be prevented from happening in the future with new systems being implemented? This is very expensive stuff.
Okay, well, this is really good information. Thank you for sharing with us this morning, Mr. Kotak. That is Ritesh Kotak. He is a cybersecurity and tech analyst.